Now, does your creative process differ when you're sitting down to write a horror film than when you're sitting down to write a Christmas? Like, do you put yourself in the mode and like light candles and have spooky music playing, and then Christmas music and gingerbread cookies for the other process, or do you just sit down and just start writing and scribbling and?
Well, I think it usually surprises people to learn when asked this question. I say that the process is not all that different because I think that a big mistake when you set out to write in a specific genre is to lean too much on the genre. I think so often movies are written kind of incestuously. Like, I love Friday the 13th, so I'm going to put all of these nods in to Friday the 13th into my horror movie. So then when people go see your movie set at a camp with a slasher, it's like, oh, we've seen this.
Yeah.
And what happens is people lean too much on their likes and don't really think about what they're setting out to do and what makes it unique. And so when I sit down to write a script, I think about the people who live in that world, and that to me is first and foremost the most important. Because when you get up in the morning, you don't know what kind of movie you're going to be in that day. You may make it to grandma's house and have a nice Christmas, or your car may break down and you need to use the phone at the castle that you passed a few miles back. But your day can start exactly the same. So I think about who the people are and what their response to the scenario I put them in would be, and that's where the movies come from.
Okay. All right. Now, do you sit at just a computer, or are you scribbling on like a notepad or?
I usually write primarily on my computer. I do have notepads that I write things on. I've not been ever someone who writes longhand very much because I just grew up with the technology. So.
Okay. All right. Now, do you, as a writer, and this always fascinates me, there's some writers that are so strict that they say when they wake up, the first 4 hours of their day have to be writing. Is that you, or just when it hits you, it hits you?
Well, it depends on a deadline. If there's a deadline, I force myself to sit down and do that because I have to. But otherwise, I think I have to come to it organically throughout the day.